Well, ho, 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 and Merry Christmas from all of us here at New Outdoors to all of you. Thanks for checking us out this year. It's been a big first year for us, and we really appreciate the comments and the views that we're getting. So time to sort of give back. That's what Christmas is all about, of course. And what I want to do in this little segment is just talk about really good gifts to get for the new outdoorsman or outdoorswoman. There are so many things on the market that it's really easy to sort of get confused as far as what to buy someone. So I've picked some of my favorite things, and the nice part about this is it ranges in price anywhere from $5 to $10, all the way up to the scale, all the way up to trips and more expensive type of products. But the important thing is that there's something here for everyone. Every single thing that I'm going to point out to you is going to be useful to someone that's new in the outdoors. And like I say, with the various price points, it doesn't matter if you're a little kid wanting to buy your parents something, maybe it's Santa Claus that's looking to put something into a stocking. There is something that everybody can afford here. So we're going to start on the lower end, and one of the most important things I think is important for every outdoors person to carry with them is some kind of a small survival kit. Any Canadian Tire, any store anywhere that has any kind of camping supplies or outdoor goods, they're going to have a various selection of survival kits. Some are mixed in with first aid kits. Myself, I have a couple of different ones just that I picked up over the years. They're all lightweight, they're easy to carry. So I have survival kits, I have little first aid kits, Band-Aids are always a good idea. Something else that I tell everybody to get is an emergency blanket. These I think are $1. You can get them at Dollarama or, again, many different stores. They are inexpensive, and these will quite literally be a lifesaver in an extreme moment where you might need protection and warmth out in the wilderness. Some of the next things I really like that I carry with me all the time in my backpack are pruning shears and or pruning saw. So these, again, they are not expensive and they are super easy to use, and they're super handy to have in your backpack. If you don't have a ground blind or you don't have a tree stand, you can very quickly and easily make yourself a blind having these tools. And even if you do have blinds or tree stands, you'll be amazed at how often they come in handy for clearing brush, branches, twigs, that sort of thing all around you. Headlamps. You can never have too many flashlights and headlamps. This is a Cyclops headlamp. I have a couple of different versions. And again, they range in price from lower end up to higher end based on how bright you want to get and how long of a battery you want it to last. But they are fantastic. They go on your head, they're easy, keeps both of your hands free, and as outdoors people, we always want to be out, when it's dark, because we don't want to be limited to daylight hours. So headlamps, everybody loves them. We're going to climb up into price a little bit now. GPS unit. This isn't maybe something right off the bat, but the more you're going to explore into areas that you don't know, the more you should have a GPS unit. This one's a Garmin. Again, it's a little banged up because I've had it for several years. And at this point, I think that's what I'll say. There's a lot of these things that there's a big range in price, and GPSs, like clothing, like firearms, like a lot of things, you do get what you pay for. So go with quality brands, go to stores that know what they're doing when they're selling these, ask lots of questions, make sure you get the right unit for yourself. Because even though you're going to spend a fair amount of money at the beginning, it's going to last you 5, 10, maybe more years. So think of it over the long run. Think of it as long-term investment. Again, it's for your safety. GPS units, they're great. These nice Vortex Binoculars, again, fairly lightweight, and really they're actually fairly inexpensive for what you get. If you compare this brand, which is a top name brand, with a lot of the other brands, you'll find for a very, a similar or maybe even better quality product, you're paying less than some of the other brand names. So I love Vortex optics. I have their rifle scopes, I have their binoculars, and the best thing about giving binoculars as a gift is it's not just for hunting. I mean, you can keep it at the cottage. It's for looking at birds out your backyard. You can use it year round for all different things when you're out camping, exploring, or doing anything in the wilderness. So optics are a great option. I love binoculars. And the other thing, if you can't swing binoculars, or maybe you already have a set of binoculars, one of these chest-mounted carrying cases. Again, this is an inexpensive gift option. So this one just straps directly on so that your hands are always free. Top just pops open and allows you then to grab your binoculars out. So again, keeps your hands free if you're hunting or hiking or canoeing, anything else. And anyway, they're just a really great carrying case for your binoculars. All of these things, of course, have to be kept in something. A really good quality backpack like this Tenzing Backpack is important. You have to, again, keep all of your gear organized, keep it clean, so keep it from getting broken, and you want to make sure that you always have it with you. So there's no point in having some of these safety supplies if you're not going to have it with you when you're out in the woods. So you want to have a comfortable backpack that has lots of pockets. Some of them are waterproof or at least water resistant, which is a great idea. Good shoulder straps, support for your back, support for your shoulders. So again, backpacks really range in price. Same thing, you get what you pay for with these guys. There's different sizes, but it's always a good idea to have your backpack, whether I'm snowmobiling, on my ATV, no matter where I am or where I go. I always have a backpack with some of my first aid and survival supplies, as well as all the other regular things that I take for hunting. So, nice backpack. Next one I'm going to move up to is clothing. Especially as a new outdoors person, again, there's lots of options in clothing. There's lots of different prices. Really, you do get what you pay for with this one. I have had jackets. I remember the first jacket I ever bought was a Browning jacket. I was 21 years old and I still wore it up to about 3 years ago. So at the time, it was crazy expensive for a young guy to buy an expensive jacket like that. It was a lot, I think it was $350 at the time, 20 some years ago. But if you think of that again, you invest in good quality products at the beginning, you're going to use it for years and years and you're going to get what you pay for. So 2 examples I have behind here. For more of my colder weather gear, I have jackets and pants that are from Northern Hunting. This is actually a Norwegian company, high quality stuff, really good. So again, waterproof, breathable, all that fancy stuff that makes you comfortable, makes you able to sit out that much longer. And I'll tell you this, anytime you're buying clothing for anybody that's looking at getting into hunting, do what I call the scratch test. Some clothing is almost like a nylon based. Even this backpack is the same. It'll have a bit of a cover so it's not super noisy. Clothing's not super noisy. Sometimes with nylon, you'll get that real zip, zip, zip or scratch, scratch, scratch sound. So you want a nice, quiet exterior material. Last one I have for you clothing-wise is Sitka. It's a more popular brand here in North America. Again, I love this. This is their raincoat. And again, it's still, even for a raincoat, it's pretty quiet. It doesn't have much of that scratchy sound. So if you're looking at buying quality clothing for people and they're brand new, I normally recommend spending the money on your best outer layer possible, because you can always wear whatever you have at home underneath. If you have sweatshirts, jogging pants, anything like that. If you start with the outer layer, get good, high quality, waterproof, breathable materials that are quiet, like I say, you can layer whatever else you want underneath. The other thing, just while we're on clothing, a great gift idea is what I'm wearing underneath here. It's a merino wool long sleeve shirt. So again, as a base layer, you can get these at Costco, you can get them at any store, and they're not expensive. But for people that are getting into the outdoors, it's a really, really good start to their long-term sort of clothing systems that they have. Next, clothing still. We're going to talk about our Scent Safe made by Hunter Specialties. Again, not an expensive product, and I love this thing because what it does, as you learn more, especially about big game hunting, is they are super sensitive to smell. So this bag has basically 2 liners or 2 zippers inside that you can store your outer layers of clothing or all your clothing inside, and that's going to keep any exterior smells away from your clothes to not contaminate them, make them smell bad. So inside, I actually even have one of their dryer sheets, which smells like fresh earth. You can cut branches from cedars or spruce, stick those inside as well. And it's literally a scent safe. It's going to lock in those natural smells to your clothing inside the bag before you take them outside, so you don't smell like gas or food or restaurants, bacon and eggs, that kind of thing. Then let's talk about the gifts that keep on giving. Trips to my spots. There's Eastern Canadian Outfitters. We have 3 locations basically. 2 that are in Quebec. We have Eastern Canadian Outfitters at Lac Mer Bleu, where we offer hunting and fishing trips and cottage rentals. We also have Eco-Kamachigama, which is farther north in Quebec, where again, we have incredible, literally world-class walleye fishing, moose hunting, small game hunting up there. And then I also have some trips in Eastern Ontario. This is where we hold our turkey camps and our deer hunting seminars. And that follows right into the next one of whether you come see me at one of my lodges for a hunting or fishing trip, which we would love to have you. We also have the New Outdoors educational events. So as they always say, right, you take a man fishing, he catches a fish, he can eat for a day. You teach a man to fish, he can eat for a lifetime. And that's what we're trying to do with New Outdoors, is give educational opportunities and seminars to teach people more about this stuff, what we use and why, the techniques that we use for hunting and fishing, all geared to the novice person, somebody that's new, getting into the outdoors or wanting to get into the outdoors and they just don't have anybody to show them. So we would really encourage you to go to our website at newoutdoors.net. If you look under the events tab, that's where we have the listing of next year's upcoming events that we're holding. And also for the lodges, you can go to easterncanadianoutfitters.com. That has both of my lodges in Quebec, where again, you can get more information there. So I know that was a lot, but hopefully it gives you some tips and some ideas for your Christmas shopping this year. All of the products I recommended, again, you have anything from $5 up to a couple $100, but it should fit anybody's budget, and these are all quality items that will definitely help that new outdoorsman get out into the field. From all of us at New Outdoors, we wish you the very best for happy holidays and a really great new year in 2024, and we look forward to providing you with more information, more courses, and more videos as we come into the new year. Take care.